Hello, my name is Ulrike Nuscheler. I work at the live set unit in CINEA. I want to introduce you to this smart services topic. The official title is Establish Innovative Business Models and Contractual Schemes for Smart and Sector Integrating Energy Services. And I would like to start with objectives and the challenges. So I think it's quite clear that for a more sustainable and energy efficient energy system, we need innovative services. So that would be services that reduce consumption, that help integrate renewable energy, optimize energy flows, but also to integrate different energy sectors, that integrate different market segments. And if we say different market segments, of course, it means also integrating and bringing together different market actors. So finally, we also need services that would combine energy services with non-energy benefits. So this is really an important challenge, but the good news is that we also have new possibilities, because with new innovative technologies, we have more possibilities for having and gathering more accurate data and for optimization of energy flows and better dovetailing of flows and energy with benefits. In addition, we also have a regulatory framework that has changed considerably, notably with the electricity directive that needs to be implemented now, that offers so much more rights to third parties and also to consumers to become more active. So, and against this background and against these challenges and new opportunities, this topic aims to support actions that develop, conceptualize, and deploy new business models and concepts that increase the value and that diversify the revenue streams for sustainable energy services. So more specifically, what are we looking for? We are looking for actions, for example, that establish and implement energy service models that enhance the business case of energy efficiency services by integrated, for example, energy efficiency services with other energy services, such as distributed generation, self-consumption, demand response, or flexibility, as you want to put it, including e-mobility, but also that integrate electricity with heating and cooling, including making use of heat or storage, that integrate into these energy services aspects of comfort, consumer satisfaction, safety, health, convenience, etc., and that include elements like maintenance and optimization, and allow for aggregation of data and visualization of energy consumption. We also look for actions that establish fit-for-purpose contract models that include, for example, the technical requirements that are necessary, that include performance guarantees, measurement and verification, and that makes sure that we have a fair benefit of fair allocation and attribution of benefits, but also to keep transaction costs low across the whole value chain of actors. We look for actions that would establish services tailored to the capacities and needs of different segments, notably for consumers and customers. We look for actions that develop and integrate tools and methodology that accurately monitor, verify, report, and certify energy savings and energy production, but that is the easy part. But we also look for tools that would monitor the flexibility and other benefits, such as comfort. We look at actions that establish service models allowing for energy efficiency to take part in the organized energy markets or in the portfolio optimization of utilities, and that includes pay-for-performance schemes. Finally, we also look for actions that design integrated service offers meeting the requirements of the AED, notably with a view to Article 7. And that consider new distributed ledger technologies suitable for energy transactions. So what is important to say here that, of course, the actions and the proposals do not have to cover all of these, but just as a couple of these points. So the ones that, it should not necessarily be only one point, but of course, actions do not have to address the whole range of the points that I just presented. So what are the expected impacts? And I would just take the liberty to read it out to you. So one of the expected impacts, of course, that we're generally looking at are the primary energy savings and renewable energy generation triggered by the project. This is a standard indicator. It's important, but it's not the core impact indicator, let me say this. We want to have positive effects on customers benefiting from new and smart service offers. We want to have reduced energy costs for end users. We want to have impact on investments in sustainable energy triggered by the project. We want to trigger reduced payback times of investments into sustainable energy. Very importantly, we want to have a positive impact on the viability of services. We want to see that services that facilitate the integration of sectors and energy carriers are better uptaken by the market. We want to have a better uptake of contractual schemes that ensure legal and regulatory certainty and attribution of fair shares of value across parties and a minimum of transaction costs. We want to have a better uptake of improved methodologies to measure and monetize primary benefits and co-benefits. And we want to have a better uptake of energy services that would be eligible under ED Article 7. Again, here I have to stress, of course, these impacts need to be tailor-made to the actions that you are proposing. So you don't have to cover them all, but you have to select the ones that are relevant or deemed relevant for the specific action that you are going to propose. Here's a selection of projects that I would highly recommend to consult, because they are doing already the field work of all the actions that are going to happen next. We have Novice that developed contractual models based on energy performance contracting, but extending it to flexibility and bringing different actors on board. We have Ambience that is more looking at the whole issue from an active buildings point of view. We have Sensei that is focused on pay-for-performance schemes. Very interesting to see also the relation with the energy markets. We have IBECOM that provides modeling for smart buildings. We have Fresco that links EPC with the ESCO model and smart platforms. And then we have 3 new projects that just started. So have a look at those projects when you apply. So last recommendations from my side. The scope is really focused on buildings. So any actions that you propose should involve buildings. So it's about services that are provided in buildings, for buildings, or somehow linked to buildings. That's very important. Also very important that we see very often is not sufficiently taken into account. There should be an important element of energy efficiency. Ideally, not only reduced consumption coming from optimization and change in consumer behavior, but also energy efficiency in the sense of retrofitting, reducing energy consumption and final energy consumption. But in any case, this is crucial. There should be an important and relevant and non-artificial element of energy efficiency. And also, as my colleagues already said, this is another action. This is not a demonstration action in the sense. The business concept are the core of the topic, not the innovative technologies. While innovative technologies are enabler and are super relevant for this topic, they should not be at the core of the action. And you can have, or you should have, an element of testing and validation in your action, and that's very welcome. But it should not be the center of the action. And this is not an innovation action where you should really buy a lot of equipment and do a lot of piloting. So just to say it again, business concepts, contractual concepts are at the core of this topic. And that was it. And I thank you for your attention, and I hope this presentation was useful. Bye.